Southampton International Boat Show, and we are fortunate to have with us Adrian from Rustler Yachts, who is taking us aboard an absolutely stunning 41-foot powerboat, which is the first powerboat offering Rustler has ever made. It's breathtaking, built to their usual standards, and Adrian has been gracious enough to offer to take us through. We are going to pass it over to him and let him do that right now.
Sure. Well, yes, it is our very first motorboat. We've been asked to do motorboats for about 10 or 12 years. We've gone through various different designs. We landed on this one, designed by Tony Castro. And the thing about all our sailboats is they have to do everything properly, and they have to be lovely to own. It's something, the pride of ownership thing is a big thing for us. So we just want it to be a stop and stare moment when people walk by, and I think we've achieved that.
I think you have achieved that. This is absolutely, you walk by and you you have to
it's a
stop
lovely
and
thing.
stare.
But it's not just that. It's
Yeah.
everything else below it too. So we haven't tried to reinvent the wheel with our first powerboat. We've just tried to do what we know works really well. So twin Yanmar V8 370 engines on shafts with P brackets. There's an option to put outboards on for our American friends, which would be two 450s. That's just a different molding at the back. But everything else we've just tried to build as well as we can, and we're pretty good at it. We've been around boat building for a long time,
Yes,
just
you
like
have.
the motors.
Well, take us through, Adrian. This is a real treat.
Well, welcome on board. So you have, I mean, basically, again, we wanted, our owners typically are couples that use the boat on their own and have friends occasionally. So we didn't try and cram hundreds of cabins in and loads of heads. It's got two double cabins for sleeping and one heads, and just a light, airy feeling here. For a 41-foot boat, this area is big, airy, and really usable.
Massive. What is the beam?
It's 4.6 meters. Yeah, so the storage under all the seats here. And then, I don't know, do you want to walk down the deck or do you want to walk inside? Which one do you want?
Maybe, yeah, let's
okay, we'll go through.
And then we'll...
So this area, again, that phrase, not trying to reinvent the wheel, we have just, we spoke to a lot of people, did a lot of research, and this area here is just a nice open area where you can enjoy time. It's just light. It's just all light. You know, you have decisions on whether you have split windscreens for price, but actually, no, you have light. You have a lot of space, light, and good visibility when you're going through. So, galley area up here. We're not having an option for down below because of the way it's configured, but a nice, easy to use galley and just a lot of space and light.
Yeah, it's very, very wide open. Just all of the light.
Yeah.
Just,
seating area, table drops down, can convert it into a berth. People always talk about it, very rarely do it, but you can. Up here at the mission control, there's a door out to the side, very straightforward, bow and stern thrusters, twin engines, you can't go far wrong. Everything's controlled through a C-zone panel from these screens here. The whole boat's worked that way.
Beautiful. Simrad electronics, that standard is...
Simrad electronics standard, as is the C-zone system. So, yeah, going down below. So you have a large, lovely forward cabin. We've always been known for our joinery and not sort of... we're known for not taking price out and cost out. We're known for putting quality in, and we wanted to follow that through from the sailboats into the motorboats. And I think this sort of speaks for itself. It's a lovely place to be. I'm 6'3", so there's plenty of headroom here, and just nicely done.
It's just beautiful. When you talk about the woodwork, joinery work, it is the quality, the craftsmanship, the build quality.
Yeah. So this is this owner's choice. This is walnut. The next one I think is European oak, so it'll be a lighter, more sort of contemporary feel. Doesn't really matter to us what it is, as long as the guys are happy to use it. We'll build it in whatever wood the owners choose.
Lockers on either side.
Yeah, big lockers on either side. Obviously fully lit, etc. But just these little things like this curve here.
Yeah.
quite difficult to do because we had to make all the grain line up, and that's all laminated walnut veneers in one piece and then fitted to make the drawers. So little details like that, some people don't get, some people
No,
don't see.
absolutely gorgeous.
Most of our owners do, which is why we do it. Another twin in there. Looks like a man has made the bed. It's not good, but there we go. It's a big bed. That can be a twin as well. This one has a double. Decent sized place to sleep. It's not the biggest cabin, but we haven't, as I say, we haven't tried to cram in too many cabins and make it all difficult. Just nicely done again.
Very nicely done, and actually a fair amount of light down here.
Yeah, no, there is. Yeah, you've got light coming in from here.
Oh, yeah.
If I took the brochures away, it'd be even better. And port light in the hull. So yeah, there's plenty of light in there. That's the heads, single heads, because frankly, again, it's just space. You can have two really uncomfortable ones, or one large one with a decent walk-in shower.
Massive shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
But again, lots of people get excited about what they think they're going to do with the boat, but the reality is they don't do what they think they're going to do. They do, as I say, they're normally couples with family occasionally, and so that's why we've done that. One of the things our engineers wanted to do, which is almost unique to us, I'm going to bring you in here again, I'm afraid.
Yes.
On boats of this size, normally the electronics are all pinched against the forward bulkhead in the engine room. Our guys didn't want to do that, so we have a space here which you're going to have to kneel to get in. You don't have to get in. You can pop your camera in there, where all the sort of master volt charging and all that sort of thing goes on, separate to the engine room.
Wow.
So that's force air fed cooled, because modern electronics and electrics get pretty hot. So we've dedicated that space, so you can have inverters, double inverters, all sorts of things in there outside of the engine room.
Yeah, just brilliantly thought out.
Thank you. Some people think it's a waste of space, but I think it's just it's a boat. It's sensible,
Absolutely.
So again, loads of storage, drawers under here, access under here. This boat is a relatively simple boat, really well done. So the whole design, the Castro design is fascinating, as much as some powerboat designers managed to get boats to sort of dig a big hole, planing boat, before it climbs out of its own way. This one just kind of glides up. So the transition from displacement to planing is lovely. We haven't done thousands of miles yet. We have done enough to know that it planes at about 16, 17 knots. It'll cruise between 20 and 25 knots comfortably, really comfortably and economically. And it has a top speed of 30 something. We don't really know. It'll be mid-30s.
Well, it's just so open.
It's great. It's just space,
so
isn't it?
welcoming. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, no, that's what we were aiming for. But until you build the first one, you don't know whether you've achieved it. So, no, we're all pretty pleased with it, and so are our customers so far.
So distribution. This is hull number one.
This is hull number one. We've never built a motorboat before.
Okay.
We've been around a long time. So the Rustler brand has been around since the mid-60s, and we're probably older than nearly everybody on this show site. And we've been asked for motorboats by our customer base for a long time, and then further out than our customer base. The brand's quite strong in certain areas. I mean, we're well known for well-found cruising yachts, which we do from 24-day boat style up to 57-foot big ocean cruisers. So people know we can build boats, and we do it without any compromise to build quality and or modernity. If something's new and flash, if it doesn't work, then we won't go on the boat.
And as you say, it's a relatively simple concept. It's a boat, but there is something very special about it.
Yeah, I think there is. I think it's a bit different to everything else. We walked around, my colleague and I walked around the show, I think 4 years ago, and decided we didn't really, if we were going to buy a motorboat, it wasn't anything we would be particularly proud of owning.
Right.
And it's that pride of ownership thing, which, yes, it does cost a little bit more if it's done properly, but it means more. If you have to turn around and look at your boat and take a photograph of it when you leave, we've got it about right, and that's our aim.
Very well said. Take us forward.
Yeah, sure. So again, on many boats, access to the dock is difficult. But on this, on both sides, port and starboard, you've got a nice big doorway out. Just aids ease,
Yeah.
you know, when a couple are coming alongside, rather than having to hop over the back and walk around. You know, just that simple thing. Little things like that. And then we wanted a deep walkway around. Maybe for the sun, we'll go around this way, perhaps. I don't know.
Good thinking. It's like you've done this before.
Yeah. We wanted a deep, safe walkway around. So that's what we achieved.
Oh, yeah, that's extremely wide. Very safe.
And again, nothing that people haven't done before, but just maybe done in a nicer way, I hope. The teak capping rail is a bit of a standout feature.
It is. It is. I mean, as you're coming down the dock, you see the
Yeah.
highlights of this boat.
So a lot of manufacturers would just balk at that, but our boys and girls love it. It's a challenge. So you know, we have lovely fittings everywhere, as good as you can get.
Right.
All the stainless work is as good as you can get, and yeah, just a lovely thing to own. You know, you'd be proud to show your friends over the boat. Windlass in there, easy access to the chain, big locker down here for fenders and so on and so forth. And yeah, just a lovely thing.
Lovely sun pad area.
Yeah, there's another sun pad in the middle if you
Sure.
want to, but we wanted light in the cabin today. So
As you look aft, just the lines are just
yeah,
good.
yeah. The windscreen was an exciting moment. You know, I know a lot of boats have got big windscreens on, but most split them. When you design things in CAD and they all come together and it actually works, it's a good moment. And again, this ease of docking. If you've got complete control, you've got bow stern thrusters, 2 engines. I mean, coming from a sailboat, it's the
Yeah.
easiest thing in the world. You know, it's like Christmas, and you can see where you're going from the wheel, throttles, thrusters. It's all there.
No, it's beautifully laid out.
Thank you.
Beautifully put together.
There are 3 ways into the engine. There's one forwards, so you can get to the front. The engine is quite a long way forwards, and then the main way in is this. So the engines are there. So there are 3 ways in. There's a hatchback and there's a hatch here. I don't know whether this light's on. Sorry, is that light?
Oh, you
So yeah, it's compact, but you can get in there. You can service all the parts easily. And again, what we've done is hopefully do it properly. So you've got sight glasses on the fuel tanks if your system fails. You've got a fuel polishing system where you can isolate one tank from the other and polish it from one tank to the other. You've got all that stuff that people really hanker after.
Yeah.
As I say, 2 Yanmar V8 370 horsepower engines give it sufficient performance. So the numbers are 2,800 RPM. They're using 35 liters an hour each.
That's astounding.
At those revs, you're doing 25 knots.
I was about to say, cruising at 25.
So you have a 400 plus mile range.
That's fabulous.
Standard tank. So yeah, really pleased. All the numbers that we've estimated, we've beaten slightly. You know, it's all been good. So all good so far. The boat weighs just over 11 tons, and I mean, it's all worked out quite well. We're really proud of it.
And well, you should be. Yeah, it is a showstopper, and
It is. There's been a queue most of the time, I think. Yeah, no, it's good. So
Well,
we're hoping to share it to as many people as we can. It'll go out around Europe. It'll hopefully get to the States. We're selling more sailboats in the States now, so I think the brand is strong.
Yeah,
we're in a good place.
No, beautiful, well known for your absolute quality.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, we won't
and
let that drop. That's the one thing. That's the key thing.
Yeah,
It really is.
but now it's going into a power boat that has to be seen to be appreciated. And hopefully we've
Thank
gotten a
you.
bit of that across here.
Yeah.
Adrian, we can't thank you enough. We'll have links to all your contact information, links to
Sure.
the website
Lovely. Thank you.
in our description. And please leave comments for Adrian. Leave comments for us. Let us know what you think of the Rustler 41. Absolutely stunning. And we will definitely be seeing more of it.
Thank you very much.
Take care.